So you see the title on the video that this is gonna sound hilarious, right? But I'm mentally checked out completely in London. Now I could approach anyone. Done it yesterday. I can still do it again, but again, it's the cost of living, and also it's just that not. I just don't. I just get bored around here. You know what I mean? Like I get really, really bored about things that's going on here. The cost of living is so high. Cost of bills is going high, and the water bills gone up a lot more. So people are just like, they're just getting outpriced at everything, and you see the games that cost £90. Seriously, Switch is seriously. I don't know what Nintendo thinks that way. And then the game key was not really owned. You don't really own the game. The game key just allows you to download the game and that's it. Fully, you can just put a digital game and you do it that way. But instead, you're paying extra more, and then now instead it's like you have to pay for a subscription. You also pay for another app or something. The Switch 2 price, I have no problem with, but the games honestly is outpriced. Honestly, very outpriced. But that's all for that's all for another day. Now, talk about the main things. Now, honestly, live on my mom, and I'll be honest, don't have any interest of dating here, because dating is like paying for escorts these days or prostitutes. It's terrible, really. It's terrible how it comes cost to, right? And in terms of you're paying for average bed and with people that just don't find attractive in, right? I like, there's a lot of people that do find it. There are some people that do find attractive, but the place is not, and they live in the same places as me, right? Maybe you could pass some Colombians, Argentinian, but honestly, it's like I get bored of it, and it's like you want to pick them to Manchester, and they'll be easily attractive already. They'll be so cool with it, and that's what my focus is going to be towards. Just saving money and just going to Manchester, right? And honestly, I got my life set up. I'm just gonna pick a girl and maybe approach, maybe I'll date inside a few times, maybe that way, right? Because I can maximize my points there, right? Manchester's still a place to network, and you can still find cheaper cost of living, and maybe you can find community living in outside of it, right? And it's all attractive, and more attractive women in there, and they're better sound-minded than in London, in my opinion, right? Because that's where my focus is going towards, right? As for London, I'm only going to be taking Instagrams and that's it, right? Mostly, right? Because I don't think it's any worth it to stick it in numbers like that, and me having to pay so much money just to get the same things as you would in Manchester or in other places in UK, right? And as besides, we've been going up to down for 3 days, right? It's just for a visit. I don't think I want to live there so that you can get the same cheap ones in other cities, right? I don't see any appeal to any world-class cities, right? I'm more interested in second, third cities and speak to locals that way, right? Because I like locals, but I don't like people just coming in and out. I don't mind tourists, but when they come in here and don't speak English, that's when this issue's going to start plugging over there, right? And every time you approach someone and you think that they're really good, right, but they're not really at some points, right? Also, where I live is like really street ghetto, really Bengalis. Not even Bengalis, but all those Bengali British are just speaking a different dialect compared to me. I'm Somalian, right? And also we have another incident going on with her, right, with this girl. So I saw her speaking to another Asian guy who looks better and bigger. She don't speak to anyone. Weird, isn't it? Maybe she like light skin. Maybe she only sucks at light skin. This is a problem with extremist guys. I think the same goes in here though, really, at school. So like, honestly, I just reapplied to the gym. Honestly, it's gonna stay like that until I leave. Until London, I'll be honest with you. Because all of London prices are so expensive in now, guys. And honestly, they're not even the most appealing to. You got crime, you got pretty much the community is expensive, roadworks, traffic, beeping, driving over past 20, 30 minutes, 30 speed limit. And there are people that are just not really looking for authentic. They're looking for materialism. It's all just pay, and you get rinsed from it. Well, so that's what at least you pay, and then you actually do the sex, right? But from my eyes, I'm not interested anymore. I've done that already. You're just giving them money, right? Just to facilitate activities, and she's just a bimbo. That's all it is. Fake lips, plastic surgery, big bum. She just looks like this Katie Price, though, alright? With all due respect to hookers, right? But they got a certain aspect about him, certain vibe with them, right? And there was some scores are really nice, but let's be honest, right? You don't need to. There's no point in having to pay everything. Just get a normal check, though. You can still approach and get the same value as well. Just takes a bit more time. If you got that, doesn't like that, then you don't need to go there, right? And I don't recommend you going for it. What I did before then, that was the exception though. That was different though. When I was 3 years, really understand the game. I explain logic going on there. I really understand how to approach. I really understand that maybe you need to go other places. Maybe you need to go outside of the road. You need to outside of where you want to go. Outside of the city. Just to see something else, man. It's just I don't want to be pay just to stay in the city though. Like if you find it easier, you don't need to pay. If it's hard, like you're gonna try something different, right? Instead of because it's the thing, they're all gonna be easy when you just start giving money and then they're just sucking your dick, right? But she only cares about money. She doesn't care deeply about you, and that's why I sometimes feel guilty about it because it just feels unnatural, really. And it's nothing to do with haram or halal or anything. I still I watch some stuff and sometimes I do, but I try not to, right? But sometimes it's hard to live in a home with mum because if you're gonna bring her home, right? If you're gonna bring a girl home and then you're trying to do some sex with her, right? I'm just gonna repeatedly say it, right? Then it's then your mum comes in and say, what is going on? Whoa. Ahmed? Walia? It's something of Somali. Something like she was shocked, really. Wallahi, what's going on? What are you doing with this girl? This Kaida? Or some shit like that, right? Wallahi. Why are you so sexy in your bed for? Oh, this is my. That's gonna cause my issues, right? She's already living there. That's gonna cause my issues with her, you see, right? And then you try and take her a date. It's some girls are gonna be some of them are gonna be interested in you, but that's gonna be complicated with you and mum, you see. And then sometimes it's you have to live together, but you just don't have any money to show it. Even if you do have a job, though, which I appreciate you, right? All your money, it really is you're just doing a paycheck, and you're still getting average return of a value there going on there, right? And I'm pretty sure you can still find a girlfriend. I know you can. I know I can, right? It's our approach, right? I'm not a loser, right? I'm like with these nerds that pass the roads that tell me that we're a loser if we go abroad. Well, it's not really about women, is it? It's about trying to find cheaper cost of living and have higher quality of living where you want to go, right? If you don't find if you find low quality, you have to be somewhere else. And then alternatively, you can improve to better strides for yourself. Maybe you get bigger muscles and bigger body. I don't mind that, right? Maybe then, maybe then it actually be upgraded and how people perceive it that way. But at the same time, you have to actually approach yourself. Maybe it depends on you, I guess. So every man has to improve where it leads, right? But you're not a loser if you don't start going to the gym, right? If you're a loser if you don't even do anything, right? If you don't even travel, if you don't have money. I don't really have money, but you don't have money if you're not progressive enough, right? You say you're going to do this and then you're just staying at home and not doing anything, just not travel anywhere, then really you're already going to shoot yourself in the foot. You shoot yourself in the foot. It doesn't have to be anything. It just has to be for experience and that's it. So if you like it or not, if you don't like it, right? If you like it, great, right? That's all you need to do. Take actions with it, right? And that's why the reason why I signal It's because all the stuff that's going on with me, I wasn't experienced back then. I wasn't really experienced a lot of time, right? It doesn't have to be. It's nothing to do with women that have bugging me. Of course, everyone goes through that, but not all of them though. Some actually lucky you are, right? But for me personally, I just never found it. I never found my foot in there. Never did. Never really did, because I always think differently compared to other people. Other people just like to think the same way, right? And I mean, and that's the thing, you see. It's just I couldn't find any rhythm towards it. So that's why I just couldn't find a single girlfriend to be with in London. And honestly, I'm not planning to. I'm not really looking for it. And I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to go on dates in London because it's too much. It's also boring. It's also just like just not my type, man. It's not my type of quality. My life sector is already up north though. So up north you can spend little, when then you get a nice feminine woman as well. Maybe up north often, right? I know there's not feminine in the UK, right? But still, there's got to be someone there, right? And if you've got Chester, it's like you can find what you're looking for. You can find someone that's decent and doesn't really go out and doesn't go to the clubs, right? There's got to be someone. There's got to be. It's just London is I know it's a high quality, but it just doesn't feel to me. It just doesn't feel a high quality to me. To be honest with you, in my opinion, right? So, albeit really like, and it's the same goes with just paying prostitutes. Really, they're just there for to pay money, and you're required to spend, you're required as a man to pay more for them, and just get free foods, free gifts for everything, and go to Dubai. I'm on my way to Dubai. I just don't want to live there. But I had to visit because UAE it's very small. It's got Abu Dhabi, got other places, and Dubai it's just a business tour. It's just a business side, just for influencers and business owners as well. I know there's some haram stuff going in there. There's some halal stuff going on there as well. And for me personally, even if I was got a halal relationship as well. Even if I was gonna go there, it still requires me to live with the person and get to know people, and we can actually do some stuff together, and we can actually play games and do things as well, right? So really, it doesn't have to be hooking up, right? If you don't want to do that, right? Which personally, I try not to, you see, right? But there comes a point, right? If I have decision, right? I understand that as well, right? But hey. I'm not going to judge anyone that does that, right? But I'm not going to be interested. I'm not going to judge anyone that does escorts and prostitute stuff and hookers, right? Or wants to hook up with other people, or wants to go in a relationship. I'm not all about that. Even Lily Phillips and Bonnie Boo. Is she going to be your wife? No. Is she going to be your girlfriend? No. So it just makes the headlines for a reason. I mean, things like 20 people. It's like, wow. That's how long it took. 24 minutes in one day. Even I wouldn't go that long, right? Even as a man, I wouldn't be like going that long, right? And there's people condemning for her, which honestly, if you look for a wife, why do you need to put focus on her? I mean, some people condemn her. That's up to them. You see, like I got no way of controlling people what to do and how to think. You see, got no boundaries at all. Right? But I mean. Yeah, the husband might think differently and understand that as well. Because, I mean, going around there with 100 men in 24 hours, it's a lot, you see. And also, when you mental health in your life, you see, you've been spreading a lot of disease with those men. No protection. And Lily Phillips, same thing as well. Just be honest, there's already bad stuff going on there. So, for them to make headlines, right, it is no surprise to me. Because I mean, the world's already sexualized at this point, and media is already sexualized, and me just don't know, just me just finding a girlfriend and trying to bang her, right? After 4 days or so, it's not even a slight big deal, right? But because you like her, right, then that's at least understandable, right? But also you can try not to. I don't know. I never had a relationship before, so. I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know how it's gonna work out, right? So that's way to travel and learn about experience and, gain something, right? And I really just 3 on it, right? And it felt good, right? I don't regret anything. So I don't regret much, right? But at the same time, I just don't want to find the same people here. I just don't. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I feel like I'm out of touch with the London reality. Out of touch with London, really. I'm just more focusing towards other places and other venues that was going on there.